What up, it's Timmons here. Here is my opening slash streaming segment where I talk about the films and shows that are premiering this week, whether it be in theaters or streaming, etc. Alright, here's what's coming out. In theaters, we got Venom Let There Be Carnage, where after a host body an investigative report Eddie Brock, the alien similars must of course face the new enemy Carnage, played by Woody Harrelson. I thought the first Venom was alright. I thought it was decent for what it was. But the new one looks straight up awesome. You got Woody Harrelson as Carnage, which is great casting. Tom Hardy, Naomi Harris, super pumped for this one. And the reviews, by the way, have been pretty decent. So hopefully it'll be decent. All right. Also in theaters and HBO Max, we got The Many States of Newark, where young Tony Soprano is growing up in one of the most tumultuous areas in Newark, New Jersey history, becoming a manager as rival gangsters start to rise up and challenge the all-powerful DeMio crime family. Of course, he idolizes the uncle. He idolizes Dicky Malsanti. You also got you got characters from the original Soprano. Of obviously they're a little young in this one, but you got Mike, James Gandolfini's son, Michael Gandolfini, playing the role of young Tony. You got Vera Farmiga, John Bernthal's in this. This looks terrific. I'm looking forward for Venom Let There Be Carnage. I might be more excited for this. Yesterday I did my top 10 anticipated movies of October. Many States of Newark was number one. I'm so much pumped for this. It looks terrific, looks entertaining. I'm really excited to check this one out when it premieres. I'm watching this thing in there. Sorry, HBO Max, but this is meant for the big screen. All right. Also out this week and VOD, we got the Adams Family 2. Hoping to get closer as a family, Gomez, Mershisa, and the rest of the Adams clan embark on an adventure road trip in hideous and humongous camper. I cannot wait for this one. I thought the first Adams Family was cute. It was charming. I love the voice cast. We got Oscar Isaac, Charlize Theron, Chloe Moretz, of all people, Snoop Dogg is the voice of a thing. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to check this one out. Hopefully, it'll be decent. Oh, and that's a thing I meant to say cousin Ed. My bad. All right. Also, after this week, we got the movie Titanium, um, which is directed by raw director Julia Ducournau. I cannot pronounce her name so well. It stars Agatha Rosalie as a female serial killer who becomes pregnant after having. I'm not even joking. This is literally the synopsis, but it's about a female serial killer who becomes pregnant after having sex with a car. Yeah, that's the synopsis. A movie about a woman who becomes pregnant. Remember that movie of The Counselor where Cameron Diaz pretty much has sex with a car? Yeah, this takes that to a whole new level. But yeah, this movie looks really intriguing. I quite like the movie Raw. From early reviews, people are saying this is one of the most disturbing films of the year. So it has my curiosity right here, right now. So yeah. All right. Also, after this week, got on Netflix, we got The Guilty, which I'm actually going to be seeing in theaters on Monday, so I'll get my review for that when I see it. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal as a troubled police detective demoted to 911 operator duty, scrambles to save the distressed caller during a harrowing day of revelations and reckoning. This looks terrific. It's directed by Antoine Fuqua. You got Jake Gyllenhaal's in this. It looks entertaining. You got likes of Ethan. Of course, you got Ethan Hawke, Bill Burr's even in this. Raleigh Keough. I'm definitely excited to check this one out. All right. Also coming, we got lots of stuff coming to Netflix this week. We got the Princess Diana musical called Diana the Musical, where the dazzling and devastating life of Princess Diana takes center stage. That was filmed in advance of its official Broadway opening. So, just like what they did with Hamilton, and just like what they did with Come From Away, they pretty much just did with this by shooting the thing and releasing it to streaming. So, it makes it look like it was an actual film. We all get a couple of Princess Diana stuff this year. Obviously, we got the new film Spencer with Kristen Stewart. Looks good. Now this, I mean, yeah, it's safe to say Princess Diana's life is it's getting really fascinating. I mean, of course, there's the Crown. Uh, so yeah. All right. Also, out this week on Netflix that just premiered this week actually we got No One Gets Out Alive. Desperate and without documentation, a woman from Mexico moves into a rundown Cleveland boarding house. Then the unsettling cries and eerie visions begins. Could be interesting. The trailer had looked really decent, so I'm always sucked for a new horror film. So maybe that could be good. All right. Also on Netflix, we got Sounds Like Love, where just as Mace's career reaches an inflection point, the dramatic ex who broke her heart reappears in Madrid, and she turns to her friends and for support. Could be interesting. It's actually a Spanish film, so there's that. All right, now we got lots of stuff coming to Amazon. On Amazon, we got Bingo Hell. In the borough of Oak Springs, live a strong and stubborn group of elderly friends who refuse to Jennifer. Their leader, Lupia, keeps them together as a community, a family. However, their beloved Bingo Heart is about to be sold, and much more powerful force than money itself. And not to mention, one of them actually gets killed by one. So this is pretty much a horror film featuring elderlies, which you don't really see a whole lot anymore unless the elderlies like creepy or anything like that. But the previews for this looks intriguing. This is actually part of Blumhouse's Welcome to Blumhouse thing they've had last year. So I'll definitely give this one a go. Now, also to Amazon, another part of Welcome to Blumhouse, we got Black as Night, about which is about a teenage girl with self-esteem issues finds confidence in the most unlikely way by spending her summer battling vampires that prey on New Orleans with the help of her best friends, the boy she's always pined for, and a rich girl. This actually reminds me of that recent Netflix vampire film that premiered last year called Vampires versus the Bronx. Definitely reminds me of that in a way. I always love a good vampire story, so sign me up with this one. It looks dumb, but it looks pretty intriguing. So hopefully it'll be something they say. Also on Amazon, we got My Name is Paulie Murray, where 15 years before Rosa Parks refuses to give up her bus seat, Paulie Murray fights for social justice. A non-binary black lawyer, activist, poet, and priest, Murray influenced both Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Thurgood Marshall. This looks intriguing. I mean, it's an Amazon documentary, and I don't really know much about Paulie Murray, to be honest with you, but I always do love me a good documentary film about true stories aspects. So this could be intriguing to watch. All right. Also coming to theaters and VOD, we got a movie called Run. Neglected and unsupervised, a group of high school seniors find themselves pulled into a downward cycle of violence. It's pretty much where they kept getting bullied, so they go after the bullies. Sadly, this movie is the final film of famed Disney actor Cameron Boyce, who sadly passed away back in 2019. It's nice to see, this is supposed to, dedicate in his honor, which is really nice to see. You got loads of other cool cast members in this, like you got Jason Patrick, you got Brianna Hildebrand from Deadpool fame, Tashina Arnold's in this. It looks like it could be really interesting. I mean, Cameron Boyce, sadly, he passed away at a very young age. I believe he passed away at age 21, if I'm not mistaken. I always thought he was a pretty cool young actor. I always thought he had a really cool life ahead of him. He was great in the grown-ups films. He was really good in the show Jesse. Sadly, it was sad that he passed away at a very young age, but he definitely left behind a really interesting career. So I'm definitely going to watch this film, especially in his honor. All right. Also out this week, in theirs we got American Night, where art and life collide in the stylish and wildly entertaining neo-noir thriller when a highly coveted Andy Warhol playing suddenly surfaces. It triggers the chain reaction of danger-filled events for a colorful group of characters. You got the likes of Jonathan Rhys Meyers, Emil Hirsch, Paz Vega. This looks like a really cool noir film. I love Emil Hirsch, Jonathan Rhys Meyers. He doesn't do a whole lot anymore, but this looks like it'd be really intriguing. It looks very stylish. I mean, this definitely feels like a very Hitchcockian thriller, if you will. So yeah, sign me over this one. All right. Also, out this week we got pretty much like a Christian music documentary film, simply titled "The Jesus Music," with string songs of faith, love, and hope. Jesus music rises from America's 1960s counterculture movement to become a worldwide phenomenon. You got loads of people from Faith Hill to Hillsong, loads of people who have sing iconic Christian song. So hey, this is also from the Irwin Brothers, the same people who recently gave us stuff like "I Still Believe," "Do You Believe," and also this could be intriguing to watch. All right. Also, out this week, got the movie Old Henry about a quiet man and his son takes a wounded stranger near his homestead, along with a bag full of cash. The stranger claims that he's a sheriff being pursued by outlaws, but the man can't be sure. Now this stars and is directed by Tim Blake Nelson, who I've always found to be one of the most underrated, underappreciated actors there is. It looks intriguing. I mean, I'm always interested in checking out new westerns, so could be interesting. All right. Also, out this week, we got the movie on Apple. We got Blush, which follows a stranded cultural astronaut's chance for survival after he crash lands on a desolated dwarf planet. Now, this is actually the relation between Skydance and Paramount because they are also having two other animated films coming out next year, which are called Luck and Spellbound. So this is another anime film that they got teaming up with. So could be interesting. All right. Also, out this week, we got the new movie called Mayday about a young woman who is transported to another world where a never-ending war is raging. There, a clutch of women lure men into their deaths at sea via radio transmission. Like 20th century sirens, she soon realizes that she's not a killer they want her to be. Now, this stars the likes of Grace Van Patten, who was just seen on that show Nine Perfect Strangers. You also got Mia Goth. Juliette Lewis is in this. It looks really intriguing. So, yeah, I mean, definitely has a bit of a Lord of the Flies feel to it, but with females. So, I don't know. It could be interesting, I guess. All right. Also, out this week, we got the new thriller called Coming Home in the Dark, where ruthless drifters take a school teacher and his family on a nightmarish road trip that forces the man to confront his past. Looks creepy right there. We got Falling for Figaro about a brilliant young fund manager who leaves her unfulfilling job and long-term boyfriend to chase her lifelong dream to becoming an opera singer. She meets a fellow opera student while in training, and what begins as a rivalry develops into something more. Could be interesting. I mean, I'm not really much into opera, so yeah, but it does have Danelle McDonald's in this. You got some other interesting actors, so could be cool, I guess. All right, we also got a movie called The Survivalist. About a year and a half after the fall of civilization due to a viral outbreak. What? That's not familiar. A former FBI agent is forced to protect a young woman immune to the disease from a dangerous gang leader hunting her. It does star John Malkovich, John Rhys Meyers. Definitely feels like what will happen if the virus, if the COVID virus pretty much became a apocalypse outbreak. That's what this feels like. So I don't know. Could be interesting. Yes, maybe a little too soon to watch anything that involves virus outbreaks, but still. All right. Also, after this, we got the movie called Stop and Go about sisters Blake and Jamie's big plans come to a screeching halt when they're forced to rescue their grandma and beloved dog from a nursing home. They embark on a cross-country race against time while contending with a deranged Dark Rear, a highly appropriate 9-year-old, and a clueless Romeo. Okay. Sounds like a young version of Demo Louise, I guess. All right, we also got a witch hunt. Where this modern day America, where magic is real and witches are persecuted by U.S. authorities. Teenagers, teenager Claire and her family are part of a network that helps these women escape across the border to seek asylum in Mexico. However, when their mode of transport gets disrupted by federal witch hunters, trouble befalls the family as they struggle to hide two of them within the walls of their own home. So yeah, it could be interesting. I mean, it does actually have Inland Adeline, who also appeared in the recent Craft remake. So yeah, that girl's having a thing of witch movies, by the way. All right, now that's all the movies that's premiering. A couple of the shows premiering this week. On HBO Max, we got 10-year-old Tom, about a youngster who puts up with the bad influence is in his life, including lifeless parents, drug dealing bus drivers, and inappropriate band teachers. This definitely feels like a very early Adult Swim vibe. This reminds me of stuff like home movies. Remember home movies back in the in the 90s, 2000s. Definitely reminds me of that. So, and after seeing what HBO Max just did with The Prince, I'm definitely interested to check out another adult animated series for them. Hopefully, this could be decent. We also got May coming to Netflix, about a mother, Alex, who turns to house cleaning to make ends meet as she escapes an abusive relationship and overcomes homelessness to create a better life for her daughter Maddie. This does look really intriguing. You got Margaret Qualley, who stars in this alongside her mother, Anna McDowell. You also got Nick Robinson. Looks like it'll be really intriguing to watch. It is, of course, from John Wells, the career behind Shameless. So I'll definitely give this one to go when it premieres. But anyway, that's pretty much all that's premiering this week. Let me leave you guys. Which of these films and shows are you interested in? Are you interested in Found Let to Be Carnage, Manny States Newark, Alan's Family 2, The Guilty, etc.? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Timmy signing off.